All right. All right, everybody. It's Tip Jar Tarot time. Thank you for watching the daily spread today. Some people wanted to come on and ask for a reading during that. Now's the time. If you'd like a donation-based Tip Jar Tarot reading with no obligation to throw a Venmo in the tip jar, just request to join my screen and we'll split the screen and go live. And we're here to reach as many people as possible. I've been gone for a few days. I've been working heavily on these audio-video projects. It's positive programming. They're phenomenal. I'm really enjoying the work, but they have demanded my attention. I've gotten them to a really wonderful place. There's 16 individual pieces with original audio and video creation, all attached to the chakras, the morning and the evening, and the specific cycle of the 7-day, sevenfold piece Nazarene calendar. It's a big job. I've been working on it for 4 months, and it really started culminating these last 4 or 5 days. So I've been working around the clock on those. And now it's back to these final tweaks of doing one in the morning and one in the evening on schedule. And I don't have to stay up doing round after round of video exports, which take a half hour a piece times 16. That's 8 hours of just exporting, and then the editing and the cycling and the keeping notes, and a lot of juggling going on. But I'm coming up for air, and I have my arms around this massive project, and it's going to be fun to complete it and perfect it with grace and ease. And I'm getting back into working on the book daily and the other wonderful exercise routines and sunshine walks and the other things I was doing for myself before I kind of got swallowed into that creative black hole of glory. Hi, everyone. So the biggest part of the most unpleasant part of this job, coming on here, sending out silver strands of white light from the heart. I am needing to attract money. I come on and do this to make the tips in the tip jar. So those of you who do feel an energy exchange in these live readings and donate, thank you. I appreciate it. That's how I make my living. It's how I put gas in the car and put food in my stomach. I am preparing for another fast. Whew, I gotta clean out again. I told everybody this publicly on the daily spread today, but my feet over the last 2 days have swollen to it's ridiculous. Like twice their size. I said 3 times earlier, but it's twice their size. It's swollen and itchy. I have no idea if it was an allergic reaction. It feels like ascension energies to me. I'm getting the energy rushes again as I talk about it. The light body is integrating. The DNA and the physical, cellular, molecular changes to accommodate these new incoming frequencies is happening. And so there might be some weird things happening to your body. Also, as we progress spiritually, we become more sensitive. So the toxins and the pesticides that are sprayed on the food, we become more sensitive to these things. So be very careful and gentle with your body as we continue to upgrade to match the new light frequencies coming in as our earthly mother prepares to make the big leap. Are we going with her or not? Those of you who have been working relentlessly on your spiritual path, you're going with her to 5D New Earth. Those who aren't are they're gonna stay behind where they're more comfortable, working out their karma and working out in the lower energies that they've become addicted to. They're so uncomfortable, even imagining a world that they don't understand or know, or anything that isn't what they've been programmed to be comfortable in. So I hope as many people are coming along as possible, and I hope that myself and others are inspiring you and others to stay on that spiritual path and continue to do the work, and forgive yourself when you stumble, but get back up and start going again. It's important. really important, and we are really, really lucky to be here, as chaotic as it is during this most auspicious time in the history of our planet, in the history of our solar system, in the history of our universe, in the history of our galaxy, in the history of the multiverse. I've read in multiple sources that what's happening on planet Earth right now, within the countless upon countless upon countless ovums or schools that exist in the all that is, what's happening on planet Earth right now has never happened before. I've read in Convoluted Universe Book 2 that when Earth completes its shift into this vibration, it's the final piece of the whole universe. So this whole universe will complete a shift to the next dimension when Earth does it, and Earth is dependent on what we're doing. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. Earth's going to go no matter what. It's whether or not humans want to go with her, that we're doing the work. She would prefer humanity to step up its act and make the transition with her. But that's up to us. And that's what this collective readings and all of that's all about. It's about how do we get the human collective to a frequency. I think it's a color. It starts with a sound and then it's a color. We all broadcast a frequency based on our emanations, which are attached to our thoughts and our emotions. We do that individually, we do that in groups, and we do it collectively. So the collective aura is the combination of all of our individual and group auras. And when we reach a certain color, a certain frequency, is when we've achieved the ability to communicate with our star families and other systems from other ovums who are operating at the frequencies we are about ready to attain. And there's endless and endless and endless cycles of this, beyond and beyond, beyond layers upon layers upon layers, cycles upon cycles upon cycles. And at the outside of all of it is heaven most high, which is outside of the all that is, on the circumference of the mother ovum. But we're a contested world. We're very nearly a hell realm, and there's a split going on between the dark and the light. The light has grown tremendously with the star seeds and the volunteers that have come in to help complete this shift, and we're almost there. In many ways, we're already there. It's already happened. We're just waiting to see it, because the third dimension where we're stuck right now, or part of us is stuck anyway, because of the third dimensional paradigm that was inflicted upon us. That's the last place these manifestations are seen, felt, and smelled, and tasted, and heard. But they've already happened in the higher dimensions. We're just waiting them to filter down so that we can witness them. Okay. This is so fun just sitting here and talking to myself. No one's watching at the moment. I still post these anyway. I love when readings happen. I love when it attracts people, that fishing analogy, because when someone wants a reading and accepts to go live with me, it splits the screen and then it alerts, the Instagram algorithm alerts your tribe that follows you, are alerted that you've gone live, and a lot of people are attracted to that and tap on to watch you get your reading, which is a lot of fun. I don't go into personal detail on the public readings that are broadcast, and your friends get to watch, and then people often want a reading based on that. And so the more people that gather in this benevolent bubble of energy that we're co-creating, the more combustible that energy becomes, and it helps amplify the joy and the fun and the scope of reach that this work can do. This beautiful deck of cards, Ace of Wands again. I was in the daily spread. The daily spread certainly resonated with me today. I hope it resonated with everybody else out there who's watching. So this is me going back. I'm taking a break from that project. The gravity of it is still pulling at me. I could go ahead. I could dive ahead, but I'm gonna pull the reins, slow it down, and get it back to a nice even trot after this 4-day whirlwind, and get back to doing these things, which also feed other parts of myself. This is the Nine of Wands energy, when there's just too many ideas and downloads, and you have to keep very organized and then do them all in small bits. So back to small bits again. A much more relaxed, enjoyable pace. Maybe my feet were telling me something, to slow down, ground in, anchor, stop moving. Maybe that was it. The body's very literal. It tells you what's up. So they are getting smaller. They were about 10% smaller. Yesterday it was just almost scary if it wasn't so humorous to look at. I did not recognize my feet. So there we are. There we are. Today is my Sabbath, Nazarene Sabbath. It's Monday in the rest of the world. There's maybe one tiny fleshy string keeping me attached to Gregorian normalcy. The other version of normalcy. My normal that I'm creating for myself is more real than what's going on out there and what I see on the news headlines. I scan through the mainstream headlines to see what they want us to hear. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. 432 Hertz is playing. I've got rainbows. So for any of you who, if this video ever gets watched and gains traction, any of my audience out there, the daily spread that I do, which is the 3-card pull for the daily collective, does not have rainbows shooting out of my head. So the rainbows are an indicator that the oracle is in, and if you see rainbows on my live videos, that means you're free to tap and request a video, request a reading from me live. It's completely donation based with no obligation, and then you can Venmo into the tip jar if you like. I did not meditate before coming on today. I have much better results when I meditate on abundance, and I meditate on Lakshmi, and I meditate on connecting to people for the shared experience that I can no longer get where I'm at personally. My favorite was doing this not virtually but in person, putting up my free tarot reading sign and having people approach, and then if they wanted to leave a tip, they could. That's how I make money. It's really fun to do it when I'm traveling, but where I'm at right now, where my tools are for the production work I'm doing, I have to use my studio. I can't do that here. There's nowhere I'm allowed to go and read. Even setting up on the street is not an option. So I'm coming to the World Wide Web, the spider's web, to reach out to those. And I've had amazing experiences, if you've seen any of these videos before, with reaching people across the globe. It's really fun. But I also hate Venmo isn't accepted, like in Canada and maybe some other countries. Is it an American only thing? I don't know. I've had the cards in my hand the whole time. Some people have hopped on, but no one's wanted a reading. There's been no energy coagulating. What else would I do if I'm not doing this? I'd work on the book. I maybe go into the book here soon. I've gotten 2 cards edited for the 3rd draft today. I've done the first 5 chapters and the first 2 cards of the major arcanum. There's 78 cards total. 2 out of 78. We'll just get through the majors, bite-sized chunks. So I've only got 20 cards left in the major arcana. That's my next goalpost, finishing the majors. If I can get 3 cards done a day, I'll be done in a week with the major arcana. That'll be a good place to get to. A week from now, I'll be about ready to leave for a moment where I'm at, go do something else. And there will be a full moon going on in Gemini, and Mercury will be taking a retrograde to join Venus. Yeah, I don't know what's happening soon. So this next week and a half, man, it's crunch time. Let's get as much done as possible, especially with the tools that I need, that I won't have access to when I'm not here. So, all right. Well, I hope my rambling has helped somebody out there. They're saying post it, even though there's no readings. Be on the lookout. Hashtag Tip Jar Tarot. Hashtag Tip Jar Tarot with Tarot by Keyth. I know there's people out there that want a reading. And if it's fear that's blocking it, fear is an illusion. Next time you see me, just tap to request a video. We'll go live. You'll get a reading. And then if you feel like you want to throw a tip in the tip jar afterwards, you can do that. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to post these anyway. I'll ramble if no one shows up because maybe it's useful to someone. I love you all. I'll be back soon. Hashem.